My name's Clements. I graduated from the Bachelor of Communication Studies at Waikato University in 2001, and for my degree I majored in Public Relations and Media Studies. So since graduation I've always stayed in the communications sector, but I've really moved around physically and in terms of the types of work I've done. I've worked in corporate communications as a PR consultant, and then I've jumped into the world of not-for-profit communications. I spent a little bit of time teaching at a university, but in addition to that, mostly it's been not-for-profit communications in countries like Pakistan, Thailand, Fiji, New York, mostly working with the United Nations, organisations like UNICEF focused on children, and also international NGOs. But the other aspect of my work has been working with communities to bring about change on issues that affect their lives. So in New Zealand that might be something like a drink driving campaign or an anti-violence campaign. For the United Nations, working with children, it's things like making sure that we can work together to end child labour or child marriage, or make sure that mothers are supported to exclusively breastfeed their children. Most recently, I've returned full circle after 13 years overseas to take up a job at Waikato University as the new Director of Communications and External Relations. So my degree at Waikato taught me to engage really critically with the world and to question the assumptions that underpin everyday actions and the way that we approach tasks. Obviously I did my degree a long time ago, but there's still some things that really stand out to me from my time there. One was of a lecturer standing on a desk and getting our attention about an issue he was so passionate about that he literally ended up on the desk. And another one was really just this willingness of my teachers to engage with me as a peer, as an equal, and to entertain my endless questions that I had. I was always asking questions and saying, yeah, but why do they do it that way? Or what about this? You know. So my passion for working in the not-for-profit sector has really been driven by actually seeing what's possible when people are communicated with as if they're equals and as partners in change. About 2 years ago, there was a cyclone that approached Vanuatu. It turned out to be a Category 5 cyclone that did colossal damage to the country and schools and the people living in the country. I had been in my job with UNICEF Pacific, so covering the Pacific region for 3 weeks at that point, and found myself as the only person in the country who was communicating about this disaster. And I wasn't entirely prepared, so I had literally myself and my phone with me, and that was it. So I did what I could with the tools I had available, which turned out to be video blogs and telephone interviews to the media. And we, as a result of that communication, which we can directly attribute to it, we're able to raise well in excess of our fundraising target to help affected children and communities. So in that moment I saw really direct links between my communication skills and the results for children.